Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the what's in my iPhone tag. I don't know if this is a tag. I think it's a tag. I'm pretty sure it's a tag. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the what's in my iPhone 6 video. So if you're interested in seeing it, please keep watching. So I have the iPhone 6 and this is the gold edition. And this case is from the dollar section at Target, which I bought for $5. And yeah, that's basically it. So when I first click on my phone, I have this really pretty background on there. It says small steps every day, and it's just a reminder to follow my dreams and just to take it a little bit each day. And then as soon as I go into my phone, everything on this, I have 2 pages of apps and I have folders within my iPhone that have more apps in them. But basically everything that's on this first page is apps that I use on an everyday basis. Like, I go into these apps at least once a day. Some of these more than once a day, but these are mainly the apps that I use, so I never go back and forth within my pages. So this is basically it. So to start off with the top, so this first row here, I have my calendar, which is the standard calendar that comes with the iPhone, as well as the photos where all your photos are kept, the camera, to turn on your camera, and then this is the photography folder. So in this folder, I keep basically apps that are to edit pictures for Instagram, images that I want to change filters to, things like that. So this app here is called the wallpaper size, and it's to size images that I want to use as backgrounds for my phone. This makes it standard to the iPhone screen so that you can see the full image instead of it being so zoomed in on the actual phone. So that's a great app to use for that. And then this app here is the A Beautiful Mess app, and I use this one the most when it comes to editing my pictures for Instagram. I use this to change the brightness, the contrast. I use this to add text to my images or to add little doodles or images and things like that. So that's a really great app, and that's the one that I use the most. And then this next app here is the Photo Grid. I use this one mainly for collages. Sometimes I use it for text, but I prefer to do collages here and then open this app and edit the image from here. And then this other app down here, PH Photo, I don't know what it's called, but honestly I don't even know what this app is. I have it and I don't think I've ever used it. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever used it. I don't even know what it is. So I'll keep it there in the meantime and explore that another time. But yeah, that's in there as well. So this app is basically this app that's a rotate and flip. And this app I mainly use for when I record videos on my phone and I'm going to edit it with my iMovie. Whoops, accidentally opened that up. But whenever I'm going to edit a video that I took with my phone in my iMovie, and if it's flipped horizontal then or vertical, and I want to flip it horizontal, then or vice versa, whichever way, I use this app to flip it, and then I import it to my iMovie so that I could edit it. And then this app here is the Pick Play Post app, and it's basically where you can create a collage and you can add images and video in the same collage. So that's pretty neat. I recently downloaded that and I've been loving it. And then this next row here is social media. So I have my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and Facebook. I don't have to go into details because I'm sure you guys know what that is. And then this next row down here is my Pinterest, YouTube Studio, which is also for YouTube. It's basically an app that is meant for YouTubers who create videos and content and things like that. And it's basically to keep track of analytics. It also helps you reply to comments a lot quicker or a lot easier, I would say. So that's a great app to have if you do create videos for YouTube. And then I have my WhatsApp, and that's basically like a text messaging app. I don't know if you guys don't know what it is. It's basically like a text messaging app, and you could send messages through there. It used to be free. I believe now it's like $1. That's like 99 cents per year, but I kind of just still keep that there because I still use it every now and then. And then I have my iBooks in this next row, which is where I download digital books. I have a ton of, whoops. Well, currently I want to read Divergent because I just saw the first movie for the first time. I know I'm late on that bandwagon, but yeah, kind of keep that there. So that's my iBooks. And then I have this other app that's called Goodreads, and it's basically where you can sign up for like book clubs, or you can get suggestions on different books, or you can read other people's comments on the book, maybe the book that you want to read. You can read reviews and things like that. So that's a great app. It's a great app if you like reading and you want to get suggestions on what books to read. So, and you can also create a list of books that you want to read. You can also keep track of the books that you've read. You see, if you click here, it'll put want to read, and it'll add it to your want to read list. And then you can again read the comments that other people write about it if they've read that book. So that's a great way to keep track of all your books. And then this next app here is called StyleKick, and this is an amazing app that I recently came across, and it's super cool. I like it. It's basically like, let me show you really quickly. So basically it's this app that you can get inspiration on different outfit, clothings, just different outfits on a daily basis. Like if you want to get inspired on what to wear, you can get a lot of inspiration from here, and you know, recreate these looks with clothes that you already have in your wardrobe. So they do have a trending feed, and then they do have the new. So these are not only pictures that models post, but you could post your own pictures. And I have a profile here. Let me show you guys really quick. So if you go to my profile, you'll see pictures of outfits that I've put together, and yeah, it's a fun way to just recreate styles and get inspired with clothing and put together outfits that you never thought that you could possibly have in your closet. And yeah, just recreate looks and things like that. So I really like this app. I actually have a link. I'll add a link down below if you guys are interested in downloading it. I definitely recommend check it out. It's fun. It's a good way to get inspired with fashion, and yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. So I've been enjoying this. I literally go into this every single day. If I want to get ideas on what I want to wear to work, or if I'm going out with a friend or things like that, I'll go in here for inspiration on what I should wear. So yeah, it's a great app. So I'll add that link down below so that you guys can download it and check it out if you want to. So yeah, that's called StyleKick. And then this next app that I have here is my notes, which is where I write all my notes down. I have the YouFit. It's not an app, but it's like a link for your Safari, which is your internet on iPhone. And I just basically added it to my homepage because I like to see what, you know, I like to keep track what their gym hours are, holiday hours and things like that. So I just kind of keep it there just so that I can have easy access to their website. And then I have the My Water app, which is basically to keep track of how many glasses of water you've taken, which I've had one today. So, well, I've had 1 glass of water. I think my cup was 12 ounces, which is pretty neat. It's an easy way to keep track of how many glasses of water you're drinking. So I've had 1 glass of 12 ounces, which a day you should be drinking 8, and I've only drank 1 today, which is really, really bad. So I'm gonna exit. And then this next app is an app that comes with the phone, with the iPhone, and it's the podcast app. And I've honestly never used this app, and this is one of those apps that I had in my iPhone apps folder, which basically that folder, which I'll show you in a little bit, is where I keep all the apps that come with the phone that I never ever use. So this app, I actually got introduced to it by my husband, and he listens to podcasts all the time, and it's one of his favorite things to do. And he recommended me to listen to podcasts to get inspiration and just kind of get motivated on different, you know, entrepreneur just podcasts and things like that. So it's basically like people who have channels where it's basically like a YouTube channel, but it's not visual, it's a voice. It's like a radio station, which is pretty neat. And yeah, I found a lot of cool stuff in there, which is really great. One that I've been listening to lately has been the Entrepreneurs and Coffee, which I've really been liking a lot. So that's the only one that I have on my podcast right now, because that's the only one I've been listening to. But once I get more into it, I'll add more into that. And then I have my music app, which I cannot live without, because that is what I use in my car and when I work out, and basically every day I use that. So I listen to music all the time. And then I have a music folder, which is where I keep my Pandora station, which is a radio station, which I'm sure you guys are all familiar with. I have the Shazam app, which is if I hear a song on the radio and I want to know what song it is, I Shazam it, and then it'll listen to it and tell me what song it is. And then it'll give me also a link, like if I want to download it from iTunes, which is pretty neat. And then I have my iTunes store in here. I have my app store. I have this app that's called Ringtones, and it's basically where you can take the songs from your music from your music library, and you can make them into your own ringtones, and then import it to your iTunes library and make it as your ringtone. So I use this every now and then if I want to create my own ringtones or my own text tones and things like that. I use that to use my own music to make it into ringtones. And then I have the SoundHound app, which is basically like a Shazam. I have both because I haven't used this one honestly in a while. I've been using Shazam the most because the new iOS for the iPhones have a built-in Shazam. So I basically just click on Siri and I ask her what song is this, and she tells me. So it makes it a lot easier. So it's kind of like a Shazam, it's just called SoundHound, and it also, I believe it gives you lyrics. I'm not sure if Shazam does, but it gives you the lyrics to the songs that you're listening to. I have my iHeartRadio because I love listening to Y100, and that's one of my favorite stations that I listen to every single morning. I cannot go a morning without listening to Y100. I love the Elvis Duran and the Morning Show, so if I'm walking from my car to my job, then I'll put on my headphones and I'll listen through my iHeartRadio. So that's a great app to have as well. And then I have my Spotify, which Spotify is basically the new Pandora, and it just gives you, if you want one specific type of artist that you want to listen to it, you can listen through it through Spotify because Pandora doesn't have that option. And yeah, that's basically that folder. And then I have my Cartwheel app, which is a great app if you go to Target often and you shop there all the time. I have the Target Red Card as well as the Cartwheel app because a lot of the times I'll get groceries from there, and you end up saving a lot of money with the Red Card from Target and the Cartwheel app because you can basically go scanning all of your items and see if they have a coupon for it. So for example, if I'm gonna buy water, there's a 5% off coupon, 5% off coupon for pantry fresh chicken, just a bunch of different coupons that you can get on different items, and you can go scanning the items that you go putting in your cart to see if there are coupons available. So that's a great app. I have saved a ton of money by using this and my Target Red Card because with the Target Red Card you save 5%, and then plus all your coupons on top of that, you save more money. So it's a really great way to save some money. And then this next app obviously is my maps, and I cannot live without that because I am not the best at directions, so that accompanies me everywhere I go, or whenever I'm going somewhere where it's unfamiliar to me, that's when I use it. And then I have my Starbucks app. Oops, I opened up my maps. So, and I also have my Starbucks app because hello, I cannot live without my Starbucks app, and that's what I drink almost every single day. Because I can't live without Starbucks. It's just impossible. I've tried and it just doesn't work. So I have that there. And then down here, what I keep on what I like to call my taskbar, because you know on the computer how you have your taskbar and you can pin stuff down to it. This is basically what I call my taskbar. And I have my phone for making phone calls. I keep my internet, which is my Safari. I have my text messages and my email. My text messages, basically these three are the most used down here. Like my phone's, yeah, yes and no. Like I don't always necessarily use it because sometimes I'll just ask Siri to call somebody for me. So yeah, but these I always constantly use this. What I use this actually the most is if I'm gonna look for contacts in my phone book, because instead of keeping the contacts out, I keep that in my iPhone folder so that I just have one because I can check everything from here as well. So. And then on the next page, I have a few more apps. And then this first folder up here is my finance folder. And in here, I keep my AT&T because that's the what's it called? The service that I have, the provider, the phone service that I have. I have an Amex app. I have my Chase app, State Farm, Capital One. Resident is where I pay my rent every month. PayPal, my calculator for whenever I'm doing math and stuff like that, my Geico for my car insurance, Credit Karma, and my Mint app, which is a great finance app to keep track of like your finances and things like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much, I mean, self-explanatory. I don't think I have to go into details about those. And then this next folder here is my health folder. So this is my gym stuff. So I have Yoga Studio, which it gives you videos on different yoga exercises to do. It has a bunch of different options of yoga exercises, so I have that. I have Map My Walk, so once they are done with construction in my neighborhood, I hope to use this app a little bit more when I walk my dog, because right now I haven't been able to use it as much, because I honestly downloaded this app with intentions to use it to see how many minutes I walk my dog and stuff like that, but there's been so much construction around my neighborhood that I have not been able to walk him around the neighborhood like I normally would, so I just keep that there in the meantime. And then I have my Sworkit app, which is where I get warm-up exercises, cardio exercises, anything that just it's intense cardio or just muscle building, things like that. This is a great app. If you are looking for a great exercise app that helps you stretch and work out, I highly recommend you check out Sworkit, because I love it. And then this next folder is my iPhone apps folder, which is the folder that I was telling you guys that I barely ever use these. FaceTime, Pages, voice memos, videos, my Compass, stocks, which I wish I could delete that because I don't own any stocks and I don't intend on using it. This health app, which I never use either, my reminders, my contacts, Game Center, Passbook, Tips, Newsstand, Clock, Emoji Express, Find My iPhone, and Apple Watch. I just keep all of those in there because I never use those. That folder I never go into, so I have that there. And then this next folder is my games folder, games and shopping. So I basically like to call this like my entertainment folder, because I basically keep everything that entertains me in here. So Netflix, Candy Crush, which I was addicted to at one point, and I barely play it unless I'm sitting waiting for someone, or for, you know, I don't know, if I'm in a waiting room at a doctor's or something like that, then that's when I'll play it. But other than that, I just keep it in here. I have this Big Day Countdown app, which is where you can count down events. So this year I have 166 days till my 25th birthday, which is super exciting, so can't wait for that. And then 197 days till Christmas, 124 days till my hubby's birthday, 34 days since I went to Virginia, so that's also a countdown that's already expired. But yeah, so this is just a countdown app. It's fun. I like having that there. And then I have my Fandango app, which is when we buy movie tickets and things like that. We check the times and the shows and see all that good stuff through there, and buy our tickets through there as well. And then I have our Disney World app, which is every time I go to Disney, it basically shows me the times for fast passes, event times, things like that. So that's a great app to go if you go to Disney as often as I do, because I'm actually a member, well, not a member, but like a premium pass holder kind of thing, and I go there pretty often. So if you do go pretty often, I recommend you download this app, because it does give you you could see all your account stuff, details and things like that. And then I have my Amazon app, which I use a lot, and my Groupon, and then eBay as well. And then I recently downloaded the 11th Gorgeous app, because I think that's pretty awesome that they have their own app, and I'm all for supporting other YouTubers and things like that, so that's pretty neat. I haven't really had the chance to play around with it as much as I want to, but I know I will get to play with it soon. So, and then this next page I have the pay by phone. So this is basically if I'm gonna be if I need to pay parking outside, anywhere outside, we can here, at least where I live, you can pay with the pay by phone for your parking spot. And then Duolingo is basically an app for if you want to learn another language. I want to learn Portuguese, so this is a great app if you're trying to learn another language. It's called Duolingo, so I have that there. And then I have the UMiami app, because it's just a great app. And then I have the Flappy Bird app, because I've had that forever and it's entertaining every now and then. I have the word search app, which I love puzzles and things like that, so I keep that there. I have this piano tiles game, which I barely ever use it. I kind of just have it there just to take up space, I guess, because I rarely go into it, but it's a fun game when you're bored or something like that. And then I have this 2048 app, which is also another fun game, and it's about numbers and things like that. It's kind of weird. Let me give you guys a quick little tour around this app. Let's see. So you basically slide, and you want to add all the numbers until you hit 2084, and then you can only do it to like match them up. You can't see. So this game gets pretty addicting too, so be careful. I'm warning you guys as of now that it does get pretty addicting. Okay, yeah, that's that app. And then I have Dub Smash, which is that new app that you can record yourself doing funny videos of like voiceovers and things like that. I have my Etsy app, and then I have Hotlook as well, and that's for that folder. And then I have my Banfield app here for my dog. If he has any vet appointments and things like that, I can check it out. I can check out all his account details here, the last appointment he had, anything regarding his last appointment, vaccinations, things like that, I can check there. I have my Dropbox account there so that I can store files or open files from anywhere. I have this doc scan app, which is basically if I'm somewhere and I need to scan a document, I can take I do an image with this, and it'll scan it so that it's a good quality scan, and I can add it to an email or anything like that. So that's a great app. I have Excel because I have files in my Dropbox that I use Excel, so I use it through there or edit it through there. I have this TripAdvisor app, which I check every now and then for flights and things like that. I have the weather app. I have this IP app, which is basically to keep track of my monthly period, or anything regarding my body. I keep track of it in here. And then I have the settings app. And then this background on this screen is called Summer Love. I just looked up summer wallpaper in the internet, and I found this one and I loved it, so I added it as my background. So that is it for my what's in my iPhone 6 video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.